Here's the starting group for Portland. Inside, we'll see Kamara and Klingon. Sharp at the 2 with Avdia playing the 3. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And for Utah, they've got Yusuf Nurkic, Jaren Jackson out there with Lauri Markkanen. Then it's Bailey, and it's George in at the 1 spot. And due to some injuries, we're not seeing these teams at full strength, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., some adjustments have been made. You know, if the players stepping in can be effective enough, they might just earn an increased role on their team moving forward.
Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Markkanen. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Sharp with it. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
Pass to Markkanen. Back to George. Launches it. Rebounded by Kamara. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Holiday against Nurkic. Klingon with a screen. Avdia from outside. Rebound, Utah. They're coming off that win against the Heat.
And they got into a consistent offensive flow, largely because the defense they were facing was poor.
Yeah, but even against weak defense, your execution still matters. Luckily, they were able to take advantage.
And Grant, when it comes to pure shot-making ability, scouts love Ace Bailey's natural tools.
Yeah, when he's taking good shots, he can carry the offense. Needs to get a little stronger and clean up a few things, but his upside as a scorer is tremendous.
The first one falls. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And the Jazz haven't been past the second round since 2007. Now trying to build a contender.
Well, B.A., they know in the West that's a tall order. They got to be patient and build this thing from the ground up.
Now here's Holiday. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia. Count it.
When you're facing a guy as massive as Klingon, you really have to be smart about boxing him out. I mean, he is so good on the offensive boards to be so young.
Here's George. Pass to Jackson. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. For Portland, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Outside Sharp. And here's Klingon. Three-pointer, Holiday. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now. Markkanen looking it over. Here's Jackson. That one's good for 2.
Just too much. Jaren Jackson Jr., a physical big.
Klingon with a screen. Here's Sharp. Off the outside. On the take. Klingon inside. Defended by Nurkic. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Utah leading by 3. Here's George, a guy this team turns to often, averaging almost 24 a game. And the dunk by Jackson.
Well, it doesn't get any easier than this. When you lob it up to Jackson Jr., he'll find a way to finish. Now
here's Avdia. Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. There's a screen by Kamara. Launches a three. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the boards.
Here's Markkanen. A 17-point game for him in the win against the Heat in Miami. And the shot goes.
Well, Markkanen poses such problems for a defense. He's got a variety of ways to score inside.
Outside Sharp. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Hey, when in doubt, run the defender off the screen.
And you know, with a result like that, we'll see them run it again.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Markkanen misses.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Holiday powers it home.
What a take by Holiday. Even though he's a little older now, he still possesses impressive speed.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing, we saw him score 22. Here's Markkanen. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
Back to George. Pass to Jackson. Takes a three. Offensive rebound. Nurkic's shot is good.
And on the glass, Nurkic makes it look easy, using his reach to snatch the ball and get a shot of his own.
Now here's Avdia. Back to Holiday. Again, Holiday missing.
Yeah, and they're fighting to get back in this one, but unfortunately, he just keeps coming up empty.
And here's George. Pass to Bailey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. George has got his third assist of the night.
A growing aspect of George's game. He's working to become a strong facilitator.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And taking a moment here, a look at the best rebounders among rookies over the last month. Donovan Clingan, number 1. Second, Kyle Filipowski.
We've really seen both of them step up and become a presence in the paint recently, putting their bodies on the line to snag those boards.
Now here's Sharp, an effective score for them, scoring around 21.5 points a game. It's tipped. Pass to Markkanen. Utah moving the ball around. Jackson gets the bucket.
Getting out to a nice lead. Great flow and great execution.
And here's Clingan, defended by Nurkic. Outside Sharp. That one falls. Sharp's got 6. Jazz leading by 5. George outside. Nurkic passes to Bailey. Holiday against George. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got his 4th rebound in this one. Off the outside. Outside Sharp. Pass to Holiday. This one for 3. Sharp, no good. And so it's Nurkic who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. It's a 5-point game. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Utah Jazz are going young, but this is a franchise that has a winning history, and that culture is still around. Coach Will Hardy said, the messaging doesn't change. The players have bought into the little things that takes to win. This is a cohesive group that's committed to helping each other. Guys?
Building the right way. Thanks a lot, Allie. Stolen by Sharp. Holiday against George. And there's Holiday. That's good. On the assist from Sharp.
What a move by Holiday, using the dribble to free himself up.
Nurkic a screen on Holiday. Now George. Pass to Markkanen. 4-3. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
That high release that Markkanen has is such a weapon for him, especially in a catch-and-shoot situation.
Playing it up top. Here's Sharp. Stolen. Bailey, the pass to Jackson. And here's Markkanen from the arc. Sharp grabs the miss. Stripped away. Nurkic up top, guarded by Klingon. Nurkic passes to Bailey. Holiday against George. Inside. Here's Nurkic. And Nurkic throws it down.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
Yeah, but you can't let up at all. They've got a chance to put this game away early, and they should take it.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. A big group substitution here for Utah. Kevin Love's checked in for Nurkic. Filipowski comes in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Sensabaugh is checked in for Markkanen. And it's Collier in for Bailey. Here's Henderson. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, plus he got himself to the line. Playing aggressive, pushing the action.
And count that. 2 points and a chance for one more at the line. So we'll see Scoot Henderson go to the line here. It goes on Kyle Filipowski. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And of course, taking it inside, always a great game plan. And I'm curious if there'll be an adjustment from the defensive end. Maybe sag off some shooters a little.
That's good from Henderson. And looking at the Blazers stand, how impressed have you been with their development?
Well, very impressed, especially with the strong finish to last season. They were not interested in bottoming out for better draft odds, and with the talent already on their roster, there's plenty of room for optimism. He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
Here's the floater, and he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It goes on Keontae George.
Yeah, a ripped physical guard. Henderson's competitive nature and drive to keep improving is really impressive.
And he's gone 1 for 1 in the game so far at the line. And the first one at the line is good. Most of the season behind us, Grant. Talk about the mindset for teams right now.
Well, if people tell you the standings don't affect the mindset, BA, they're lying. Everyone is asking themselves how they can improve or maintain position. You just don't want to backslide now.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Conchar, he's checked in for Shibwe, and Williams is subbed in for George.
Top 3 pick in 2023, Scoot Henderson's learning curve was steep coming into the league, but he adapted his game to suit the demands of the NBA.
Williams from long range. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for him that time.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
To the paint. Utah grabs the miss. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Blazers. That one in Portland.
It's simple. Your defense has to be razor sharp on the road. You really want to take the crowd out of the game. Easier said than done.
Well, on the road, your defense needs to withstand runs from the other side, and that wasn't the case for them.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
And so it's Utah with it after the basket by Portland. Pass to Collier. The three. It's rebounded by Grant. Blazers trail by 5. Here's Sissoko, and he gets that one.
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Well, the Jazz shooting right around 57%. Very efficient so far in the first.
Come on. There was very little resistance inside there from the defense. They have to be better.
Here's Wesley, averaging around 6 a game. Henderson for 3. They get it back. Wesley, that's good.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
And we've got 28 seconds left now in the first quarter. Here's Filipowski, and the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
George, he's checked in for Williams. And also a switch here for Portland. Sharp, he's checked in for Wesley. There's 21 seconds left in the opening quarter. Grant outside. The floater, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Look, you know that's where Grant likes to play, using that body in close.
Here's Sensabaugh. Good on the shot. And the Jazz lead by 6.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
It's been all about Jaren Jackson for the Jazz. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter in this one. And what stands out to you from Utah in this one?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second. It's Scoot and Sharp in at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Sissoko in at the 3 slot. Much to the fans' delight, Stan, Shaedon Sharp's dunks are already legend in some parts.
Well, B.A., he does stuff that makes you shake your head, and it gets a ridiculous amount of airtime. Certainly an entertaining young player to watch. Well, he had just enough breathing room to sink that layup. The defense was there, but not quick enough.
With the fadeaway, and it's Portland scoring again.
You're not normally going to see Grant take too many mid-range shots, but that doesn't mean he can't knock them down.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier, guarded by Sharp. For 3, George. And he missed again, now 1 of 5. Blazers trail by 3. Grant, the pass to Henderson. Back to Grant. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Takes a step back. Here's Collier, guarded by Sharp. Conchar outside. Filipowski in the high post. Just 5 on the clock. For 3, George on target from range. George has got 5 points.
A lot of confidence from George shooting a 3 early in his career.
It's Sharp on the wing. He has 6, and the shot goes in.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. To the inside. Here's Filipowski, and the Jazz tack on 2 more.
Nice pass inside, making things easy for him.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. And now let's see some real stats, real scores from the real NBA and find out which players were the top distributors these past 10 games. Isaiah Collier on top.
He's making a lot of friends with the way he's been moving the ball, setting up his teammates nicely in their favorite spots.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Henderson, the pass to Grant. They set the screen. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
George outside to the middle. Here's Conchar, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Yeah, every coach wants assisted buckets. Guys like George, they move the ball.
And there it is for him.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Here's Collier. He's coming off a 13-point game against Miami.
Also, the way he was moving the ball, spectacular. Setting the table so his guys could eat.
Sharp passes to Henderson. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And you look for bright spots in this developing core for Utah, Greg. What stands out?
Well, I think it's the front court, B.A. You have 2 gifted scoring forwards in Markkanen and Bailey. Then you've got Walker Kessler, an elite shot blocker, manning the middle.
That's good from Henderson. And players these days with great ball handling, but occasionally getting away with a carry at times.
Oh, you know, B.A., the old discontinued dribble. I mean, this might be where tracking cameras could start to help because that's such a tough call for an official to assess in the moment.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Jaren Jackson comes in for Conchar, and Lauri Markkanen subbed in for Sensabaugh. Coach, the defense has been ahead of the schedule for Portland. Where do they take the next step in that regard?
Well, first off, BA, they can do much better on the defensive board. Also, cutting down their careless fouls. Those are things they have to look to clean up. Well, he's known primarily for his shooting, but don't be fooled. Markkanen is more than capable of finishing strong.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 9. Grant outside. Avdia outside. Over Markkanen. The rebound by Filipowski.
Well, the analytics don't like it, but if the defense is giving it up, I like that shot selection despite the miss.
Here's Jackson. 10 points for him.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Henderson with it. Pass to Graham. And there's a 3-second violation. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for the Portland Trailblazers. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Thursday, they'll be playing against Jaren Jackson and the Utah Jazz.
And you know, for that matchup with Denver, that's where you have to bring your A-plus effort, especially when you know you're going to be facing a more talented team.
Sensabaugh is checked in for Utah. George outside. Pass to Collier. Here's Sensabaugh. Jackson with a screen on Avdia. Shot's good by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got his second bucket on the night.
Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
Holiday looking for an opening. Clinging with a screen. The shot by Holiday, no good. Jazz leading by 11. George for three, hitting his third shot in 7 looks.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Here's Holiday. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Holiday's got 6.
Well, that's just fantastic awareness inside by Holiday. I like seeing him attack down there.
Here's Collier. He's scoreless. Three-pointer, no good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. Drew Holiday understands the big picture. He said, quote, basketball is a two-way sport. As much as you train offensively, you need to do the same thing defensively. Doing defensive slides, wall sits, things that help you with your legs and your base. I've done that since I was little. It helps. Brian, back to you.
An elite defender. Allie, thank you. Here's Sensabaugh. Following the bucket by the Blazers. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a three-point play.
Vintage finger roll. Gotta love it.
Utah shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Collier.
Sensabaugh. Shooting one.
And over the 5 decades of the Jazz franchise history, almost half of those years, they were coached by the great Jerry Sloan.
Well, the Jazz were a team that took on Jerry Sloan's toughness and a willingness to fight at all times. Those days are in the past, but they still echo in Utah.
Three-pointer sharp. Utah grabs the miss. Nurkic has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the inside, Sensabaugh, and the layup is good off the glass. 9 points in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Holiday against George. Outside Holiday. Pass to Sharp. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Jazz. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. George, a screen on Holiday. There's Jackson with the 3. And yes, it's good. He's 7 for 8 now.
Well, he's the defensive anchor, but Jackson Jr. is reminding everyone he is a force on offense as well.
Now here's Klingon. He picked up 15 in their last win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and the effort on the boards last game gave them that many more chances.
Willing passers, unselfish play. You have to appreciate this kind of offense.
Utah leading by 16. Pass to Sensabaugh. And here's George. Give him 8. It's Markkanen on the wing. Utah moving the ball around. Jackson with a screen on Holiday. Gets the 3 ball to go. George has got 11 points.
Well, he's a solid threat from outside the arc. George is a volume shooter from there for a reason.
Holiday from long range. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 rebounds tonight. George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. There's the triple. Holiday grabs the miss. And so Holiday will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 19. Counted from distance.
3 points.
Well, when Sharp is on, he is on. You see why the team is so excited about his future.
Here's Sensabaugh. Jackson with a screen on Sharp. Here's Sensabaugh. 9 points in the game. There's a screen by Nurkic. George for three, and Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 6 rebounds in the game. Three-pointer, Holiday. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Sensabaugh's got 4 rebounds now. It's George on the wing. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. George has got 11 here in the quarter alone.
Well, his offense is carrying them right now. And even with the defense keying on him, he's making great adjustments on the fly.
Sharp, no good. Jazz leading by 18. Now here's Jackson. He's got 15. George outside. Beyond the arc. Portland grabs the miss. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Great offensive game plan in that one. They put their guys in positions to succeed, and it really paid off.
And that was the kind of win a coach takes pride in. You lay out the strategy, and the players execute perfectly.
Now here's Nurkic. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Heat in Miami.
Yeah, and he also put in major work on the boards. Just an all-around dominant performance.
Knocks down the triple. George has got 16 points.
This second quarter, he's been much better, improving over that slow start.
Blazers trail by 21. Outside Sharp. Klingon up top. Pass to Avdia. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
Well, you got to have some fight to play in this league. Avdia is showing plenty.
Markkanen outside. Back to George. Now here's Jackson. Here's Sensabaugh. Jackson on the wing. Kamara covering. George against Holiday. The savvy little up fake there, fooling the D. He's got 18.
Easy to see the kind of impact George is going to have in this league. Already so productive.
Outside Sharp, driving to the basket with the floater. From deep. Oh, and he hits it at the buzzer.
What a huge shot to beat the buzzer. My goodness.
Oh, man, that's like stealing 3 points. Big time finish to the quarter.
And so it's the Utah Jazz, feeling confident. 18-point lead to win that quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break.
Come one, come all. The 2K halftime is here, and so's our breakdown of the upcoming schedule. Let's check it out.
And looking at the Kings matchup, on paper, these teams are pretty even. So what will be the determining factor there, Ernie? I'm not sure, but they gotta avoid mental errors.
Shaq, you agree with Kenny?
Not on most things, but this case, yeah,
Maybe.
yes.
It took you too long.
Switching back to that first half of action, everything's been working for the Jazz.
This is a finely tuned offense. They're pushing the action while staying disciplined.
Yeah, their scores are in the right places, taking smart shots. The other side, not so much.
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
As we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You got to like what Keontae George has done in this one.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
Blazers trail by 18. Lauri Markkanen out there with Jackson. Then there's Keontae George. Then it's Jusuf Nurkic. And it's Bailey in at the 2. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. Now here's Kamara. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer Sharp. Utah with the rebound. Nurkic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game. Markkanen outside. Pass to Jackson. Now here's Nurkic. Guarded by Klingon. And here's Markkanen. The 3 ball. Nails it from beyond the arc. Markkanen's got 10 points.
Just a great setup for Markkanen. All he needed to do was shoot in rhythm.
Well, Lauri Markkanen comes from a family full of athletes, Grant.
Oh, yes, indeed, B.A. Lauri's mom and dad were both pro basketball players, and so was one of his brothers. And his other brother is a professional soccer player, so it definitely runs in the family.
Now here's George. Pass to Bailey. Utah moving the ball around. It's George on the wing. Fires for 3. Oh, and again, it's the Jazz from deep.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Portland has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Outside Holiday. Here's Sharp. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. 18 points for him.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Holiday against George. Back to Markkanen. Lets the 3 fly. Hey, now 5 for 8. Shooting a pretty good percentage right now.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Outside Holiday. Fires from deep. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got rebound number 7 tonight.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Only their first miss in 4 attempts. It's been a great start to the half.
Well, this shows you that Avdia can do it all. Making an effective pass there.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
For the Trailblazers, Toumani Camara. 1 shot.
1 shot.
A bit of a shocker during the summer of 2024. Denny Avdia getting traded from Washington to Portland.
Yeah, and from one young team to another, B.A. Denny was just 24 when he got moved and fetched 2 first-round picks, 2 seconds, a big haul.
Now here's Markkanen. 13 points in the game. Outside Sharp. Klingon with a screen. Sharp, that one's good. Sharp's got 21 points in the game.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Pass to Nurkic. Here's Bailey, guarded by Sharp. Nurkic, a screen on Holiday. The Jazz again can't hit.
Missed opportunity. He's just got to shake that one off.
Here's Kamara, outside Holiday. No good from outside.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Here's Markkanen. The shot no good. Klingon with a defensive effort. Blazers trail by 19. Outside Kamara. Pass to Sharp.
Rebounded by Bailey. Well, that's the look he wanted. but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And here's Nurkic, defended by Avdia. And Nurkic throws it down.
Oh, too easy for Nurkic. A big man who goes up strong. You have to meet him at the rim and counter his aggression. Yeah, a statement play by the rookie Klingon, using his size to rattle the rim.
Well, it's always nice to head up to the Connected Camp to get another angle of these big plays, courtesy of AT&T. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Pass to Jackson. Here's Bailey, guarded by Sharp. 6 to shoot. Markkanen with a screen on Holiday. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by George.
I don't know what the heck happened there. That's just a careless turnover.
And so timeout called by Chauncey Billups here. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Get up and start moving with your mascot. Let's dance.
Now it's some numbers for Lauri Markkanen.
And he's gone cold over the last 10 games, guys. His scoring numbers are down, and he can't seem to get out of this rough patch. He's got to get himself going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Blazers trail by 19. Outside Kamara. Pass to Klingon. Now Holiday. There's a screen by Kamara. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
And it's amazing. Their slim advantage on the board seems a lot larger than it is.
Oh, deflected. And Nurkic throws it down.
Powerful. He saw an opening and turned it into a highlight reel.
And just sent it down with some force.
I mean, the defense basically gave that one to him.
Now here's Sharp. He's got 21. Puts it up. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
He just couldn't finish the job that time. And too bad, because it was a nice look.
Some nice signs of progress for the Blazers last season.
And from that, renewed contracts for head coach Chauncey Billups and the front office. This is a young team that competes and shows a bright future.
Shot clock at 5. And here's Bailey for 3. He buries it from 3. Bailey's got 6.
Yeah, really nice to see Markkanen keeping his head up and finding the open teammate.
Outside Sharp. Klingon up top. Pass to Kamara. Now here's Avdia. It's guarded by Markkanen. Portland needs to get off a shot here. Kamara, that's good.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
George scanning the floor. Here's Bailey. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. Bailey's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Now here's Sharp. The 3-pointer off the mark. George. Here's Nurkic. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
So capable of overwhelming you. Nurkic is terrific at maintaining his focus and balance on these tough finishes.
Holiday from long range. Utah grabs the miss.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Bailey. Jackson outside. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for Utah.
Well, they've really been sharing the basketball. All coaches talk about that, try to get their teams to do it. It's really great when you see it in action.
We also got to highlight how on fire they've been from three-point land. They've continued to capitalize from beyond the arc in this one.
I think many would say Jaren Jackson Jr. has an incredibly complete game, Coach.
Yeah, offense, defense, no room for complaints, B.A. Rebounding, he has the tools to dominate, but the numbers are still coming around.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. And after this one, they're at home against Sacramento, and that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. Lets it go from deep. Portland with a rebound. Kamara's got 4 rebounds now. Avdia finds Holiday. Outside Sharp. Outside Kamara. Holiday, a screen on Markkanen. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Utah's gone 4 of 7 from 3. A good percentage in the third quarter. Pass to Collier. Here's Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got 20.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Here's Holiday. And Holiday powers it home.
Look, you know coming in that Holiday is aggressive. He will try to force you to bend to his will.
Here's Collier. Still without a bucket. Markkanen from long range. Rebound by the Trailblazers. Klingen's got 11 rebounds in the game. Back to Holiday. Pass to Sharp. There's a screen by Kamara. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3. Sharp's got 8 points here in the quarter.
He's hit a pair of threes each half, making a significant impact.
Now here's Jackson. From behind the arc. Sharp grabs the miss. The Trailblazers shooting 47% in this one. Looking efficient. Pass to Klingen. Avdia outside. Outside Kamara. Outside Holiday. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. And the shot goes down. Klingen's got 8 points.
At 7'2", Donovan Clingan is a mountain of a man.
And so Will Hardy calls the timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. And a contract extension this summer for Jazz head coach Will Hardy.
Well, one of the youngest head coaches in the league. He has the respect of all of the other head coaches. He's part of that Spurs coaching tree, and his extension runs through 2031, which is a nice commitment from the Jazz.
Collier for Utah. Conchar, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson Jr. Williams comes in for Markkanen. And Sensabaugh subbed in for George. .149 left in the third. Utah moving the ball around. Pass to Sensabaugh. Now Conchar. 4 on the clock. Over Grant. Conchar can't hit.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
To the paint. Blocked! Oh! Pass break Utah. Williams passes to Conchar to snap the cold streak, and the layup is good. Conchar's got 6.
Yeah, showing a little versatility with their offensive attack. In the first half, it was about the 3 ball. In the second half, they've emphasized interior scoring.
And here's Grant from the arc. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 4th rebound in this one. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Sensabaugh. He's got 9. Pass to Collier. For 3. He drops it from range. Collier's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
What an explosive athlete. Grant playing well above the rim.
Here's Sensabaugh. He's averaging more than 12 a game, a consistent threat on offense. For 3, Collier. That shot off. At the end of the third quarter, a huge lead. This one may have already been decided. Utah ahead, just dominating this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. Take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. On the court right now for the Trailblazers. It's Scoot and Sharp in at the 1 and the 2. Then it's Jeremy Grant, and it's Soko in at the 3 spot.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice. Here's Grant. And he banks in the layup.
Well, Grant has added range, but hasn't lost anything in close.
George outside. Pass to Williams. From outside the arc, it's good. Set up beautifully by George. Williams has gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Here's Sissoko. Now Grant. Conchar covers. Henderson for 3. Hits the trifecta.
The response from Scoot in answer 3. What a back and forth. Oh, my.
Here's Collier. George left side. In your career, Stan, you coach contending teams as well as teams that had little to no expectations.
Yeah, B.A., give me the contending teams. Give me the talent and the expectations and pressure that goes with it. Listen, coaches just want as much chance to succeed as they can have. And when you've got the best players, you've got the best chance to win. And the pressure that goes with it is a lot easier than struggling night in and night out.
Here's Collier, following the 3-point basket by Portland. Down low. Here's Filipowski. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Henderson against George. Out to the right wing. Here's Sissoko. Back to Henderson. Sharp with it. Banked it in off the glass. Sharp's got 10 points here in the second half.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
Filipowski, the pass to George. And here is Williams. Here's Collier. Pass to Conchar. The three. Portland grabs the miss. Covered by Filipowski. Henderson, the pass to Sharp. From the line. It's rebounded by George.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. Now George. Good on the bucket. George points in the game.
And just muscling it in. George, very aggressive.
Grant the screen. And that one's good. Sharp. And he's got 28 now.
Doing what he can to help shrink the deficit, but it has to be a team effort.
And the Jazz call time here. We'll stand now that we've had the coaches' challenges for a few seasons now. What do you think about them?
Well, B.A., I'm probably in the minority. I don't really like them. I think they slow down the flow of the game. And look, across all sports, mistakes are part of the game. Players' mistakes, coaches' mistakes, and referees' mistakes. Let's just live with them and keep the game moving.
Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Utah. Markkanen comes in for Conchar. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Avdia's checked in. Williams passes to George. Three-pointer. Utah with another miss. Portland has gone 2 of 2 from outside so far in the fourth. Grant, the pass to Sissoko. Portland moving it around. Back to Sharp. Clock at 6. Outside for Grant. There's the three. Utah grabs the miss.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Jackson. No one near him. Portland with a rebound. Sharp's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Sissoko, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, a new era in Portland, Grant. Young, raw, and still finding their place.
Yeah, B.A., they've committed to growing through reps and putting in the time. The victories are hard won, but a foundation is being laid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. Stan, I have to ask, how important is it to have a big man in today's NBA?
That is a great question, B.A. And look, things have really changed. We went from big, strong guys in the league and centered our game around those guys to then people wanted to play small ball and be more skilled. But now what everybody's figured out is we can get that same skill from bigger guys, and bigger and better is better than smaller and better.
Now here's Williams. The 3 is up. Utah with another miss. Inside. Here's Kamara. Soft touch off the glass.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Here's Williams. The three is up. Rebounded by Kamara.
And look, he's had an off night, but it won't matter as long as they hold on to this lead.
Avdia, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Phenomenal drive and finish by Avdia. You know his teammates are loving that one.
George has the open look. And the call will be against Jaren Jackson. That's his third foul so far.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. Nurkic has checked in for Williams, and Bailey subbed in for Mikhailuk. Drew Holiday's checked in for Portland. And the three-pointer goes.
And a quiet first half from distance. Didn't even try a three, but now he's 1 for 2 from deep in the second half.
Now here's George. Pass to Bailey. Now here's Jackson. Kamara covering. Shot left block. That's good from Jackson on the assist by Bailey. Jackson's got 22.
At his height, Jackson Jr. just needs to be assertive to successfully attack inside.
Here's Sharp. The rebound by the Jazz. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Avdia against George. Here's Nurkic. Pass to Bailey. To the middle. Rejected by Clingan.
Okay, young fella. Look, I'll tell you this. Do not test Donovan Clingan. They just learned that the hard way.
For Portland, they've gone 8 of 12 so far here in the fourth. Here's Kamara. And the layup falls. Kamara's got 4 points now in the quarter.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Marketed from long range. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Jackson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Well, he's making a concerted effort to use the three-point shot here in the second half. Only 1 in the first, 3 since the break.
And the basket by Holiday.
Yeah, and after not making any triples in the first half, that's his second since the break.
George against Holiday. George passes to Markkanen. Well, Coach, the younger generation in the NBA just continues to get better and better.
Yeah, it's like anything, B.A. I mean, evolution is something that's real, right? People evolve and get better and build on the people ahead of them. You learn from the people ahead of you. The players watch guys as they grow up, and then they learn to do things. The next generation learns from them, and the skill level just continues to improve.
And you see right there the practice time Sharp's put in. Sound shooting mechanics for a guy who hasn't played a lot of games in his career.
Now here's Jackson. George outside. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. George has got 11 points here in the second half.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
It's Avdia on the wing. Back to Sharp. Here's Holiday. And it's Portland with another.
Yeah, and as his career has progressed, Holiday has gotten more comfortable in those catch-and-shoot situations.
And here's Nurkic. Now Jackson. Outside George. For 3. Oh, no good.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Holiday. It's money from deep.
Well, Holiday finds ways to score inside and from beyond the arc.
They can take their time if they want.
Yes, you have to regroup, make sure you get a good shot.
Here's Jackson. Outside George.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
He launches. Oh, the shot is off.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the three of his own.
Nurkic with a rebound. Jazz leading by 14. And there's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Here's George. Now Markkanen from downtown knocks down the trifecta.
And they were really able to find the mismatches they wanted and exploit those all night. Great execution from the players and coaching staff for the Jazz.
Check out their assist numbers.
They didn't get stuck in isolation. They got the ball to the guys who had the best matchups.
And a good performance to bring them their 18th win of the year. And one of the league's superstars, producing as he always does. What a terrific game for Keyonte George.
Well, we saw some exceptional passes from him tonight. His vision did a lot to elevate their offense.
And the Jazz with possession here. Following the bucket by the Blazers. Nice! That one's good!
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Here's Sharp. Oh, he packs it down!
That is incredible.
Oh, he leaves no question. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Here's Bailey. Nurkic, a screen on Sharp. Fires the three. Avdia rips down the board. Outside Sharp. And so it's Utah easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it makes a huge difference. Once they started to get into a groove, you never really felt like they wouldn't come out on top.
Well, now we have some time to check in with Allie LaForce. Allie.
Lori, an impressive win tonight. What do victories like this tell you about where this team is headed?
It gives us confidence. We showed that if we play well and we play defense down the stretch, we can beat. And we've shown it. We can compete with anybody. We just got to do it for a full game.
Confidence is key down the stretch. Thanks, Lori.
Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. And now, time for our player of the game, Keyonte George.